Hello, a huge welcome to my video. I am so excited that you have joined me today. In this very short video, I'm going to talk about the human design energy type of a generator. Now, I have many members of my family who are generators, and I know lots and lots of generators. And we often find that projectors and generators tend to gravitate towards each other simply because the energy aura of a generator is normally very fun, very lively, very energetic. And the seriousness of the projector often needs the fun, dynamic energy of the generator to almost pull them out of this kind of like serious bubble that they're in. Generators are the powerhouses of the planet. They are our builders. Generators love to do. And it's so important as a generator that you spend all of your energy so that when you go to bed at the end of the evening, you can actually then just rest. Okay. And then you'll get up again the next day and go. Generators can get burnout quite easily, especially if they're doing something that isn't aligned to their design. Now, we know whether something is aligned to our design by understanding our self-theme. And for a generator, this is satisfaction. A generator will feel an inordinate amount of satisfaction when they're doing something that they truly love. When they're doing something that they don't love at all and they feel like they're being forced into doing something, they will get very frustrated. And that's their not self-theme, which tells us when we aren't aligned. Generators' auras are open and magnetic, so they tend to kind of bring people into their sphere. It's really important for a generator that they choose the things that they love and that light them up. And those are the activities that they fill their day with. So whether that's hobbies, whether that's work related, whether it's relationships, generators must be lit up because that's the beauty of their wonderful energy, and it's the momentum of doing something that they love and that's fun that carries them through so they reach mastery in whatever it is that they have decided that they want to commit to. Now, I'm going to talk about mastery for generators in particular, and the reason I'm going to explain this is because I think this is quite important, because what happens is that with generators, they are, as I said, beginner's video, the builders of our world. And they are meant to take things on, say a mini project, and be able to kind of work that project all the way through to the end until they reach the end. But the condition is that they start projects that they love and that they feel enthused. If they start projects that they don't love, then it's very likely that they'll get halfway through, put it down and not want to do it. Now, if you start a project that you really love, you may get halfway through and suddenly start feeling frustrated because maybe you've reached a plateau. Generators will move through that plateau very quickly, but it's really important that you stay the course. Now, if you started it with the energy that you love it and it's something that you feel is right for you, then pushing through that plateau so you can reach mastery is going to be really important for you. Okay. And I really can't stress that enough, because often with generators, they'll pick something up that they really love and then they'll just walk away when it starts to feel a bit hard. But actually, if they can push through that hard, they will then reach the gift of mastery for whatever it is that they are doing. And that's exactly what they're here to do, which is just absolutely amazing. And like I said, I'm a projector, so I absolutely love the energy of a generator around me. How generators operate in the world is that they have a strategy which is called wait to respond, which means that the universe will give you lots and lots of different opportunities, and you will then use what we call your sacral sounds. So your sacral sounds, if you think of your chakras, it's all the way down there, belly wise. Think belly wise going that way. I should probably put a little video up about that. But in your sacral side, because your sacral sounds, and the sacral sounds for a generator is aha if you mean yes, and if you mean no. And generators are born into this world knowing how to communicate through their sacral sounds. And many generators would have had that kind of almost taken out of them through conditioning, through schooling, parenting, you know, all sorts of different ways. So they may not actually recognize their natural sounds. And so one of the most beautiful things you can do with the generator is to sit down with somebody and just ask a generator lots of questions like, you know, are you wearing a purple blouse? Uh-huh. So yes. You know, are you wearing a green blouse? No. Okay. And what you then want to do is that when something comes into your sphere that you then need to respond to, you'll be able to trust your sacral sound to know whether that's something that is right for you. So it's your sacral sound plus something that you love, right? Those two things need to come together so that you know it's the right thing for a generator. And generators, unlike projectors who have to wait to be invited, and that waiting could take some time, things tend to show up in the universe for a generator to respond to the moment that generator makes a decision. And it tends to happen quite quickly. And suddenly you'll just notice, I don't know, say you want a red car, you'll suddenly notice there's lots of opportunities to buy a red car. And the idea is to then use your sacral sounds like to know whether you want to actually then purchase that red car or not. Okay. So for the sake of this very short video, I did want to give you some very quick takeaways if you are a generator and that you are watching this. The first is do what you love. You know, life is literally too short for us to fill it up with things that we don't love. And for generators, this is so important, but because it's the motivation that comes from loving what you do that enables you to see it all the way through over the plateau of not sure, frustrated, through to mastery. Okay, so do what you love, and we rely on you to do what you love. You know, as a projector, I rely on your high vibe energy to kind of pull me out of the depths of, you know, what I'm looking at or learning, or if I'm being a bit of a fun sponge. So, you know, we rely on you to be magnetic in that way. Stay the course. So if you are choosing to do something or you're embarking on something, whether it's work, whether it's a project, you're studying something, whether it's a relationship, if you have started it off on the basis that you have a sound, so yes, and you love it, it fills you up, it feels magnetic, right? Stay the course. Even when you hit that bit of a plateau that's a bit frustrating for you, push through it, because when you push through it, what happens is that plateau is actually giving your inner self, the opportunity to integrate everything that you first learned. And so then you can then push through then to achieve mastery. And that's what you're here for. Tire yourself out every day. So, you know, I have a manifesting generator husband, and I can honestly say he fills his day up so much that he literally goes to bed at the end of the evening thoroughly exhausted. And this is the same if you have generator children, right? Just make sure that they are you are active, your children are active. Tire yourself out so that when you are sleeping, think of it as everything comes back down nice and calm, and your cup is slowly being filled right back up, so you can get back up the next day and go again, right? So tire yourself out every day. Practice your and sounds. And if you need any help with this, please let me know. Literally just get somebody to ask you random questions. You know, is it spring? You know, is it winter? Just some normal questions. Do you have dark curly hair? Do you have blonde straight hair? Right? It's literally those kind of sounds. So is yes, is no. All right. So just practice that and try and get used to responding in that way, because you'll do it to yourself. You'll say it to yourself. You know, I promise you're not going to be standing in the middle of a supermarket going, well, do I want it to have, I don't know, a salad for dinner? You'll know that inside you, right? But if you're trying to make big decisions, so something about maybe work or a relationship, something that you're a project or a holiday or something, your first sound normally will be your sacral sound. So it's If you're a manifesting generator, and I'll talk about this in a separate video, there's a particular channel within the manifesting generator where they repeat the last word that you say, and they don't realize that they're doing it. And it's in repeating of that last word is actually where they're saying, yes, it's something that they want to do. For generators, it's your sacral sound. Okay. And then lastly, use your sacral sound to respond to the opportunities around you. Not every single thing that shows up in your world is for you to do. You need to discern which is right for you and which isn't. And the way that you do it is, number one, is it fun? Does it light you up? Number two, is your initial reaction to it, that's a yes, right? Is that your initial reaction? When those two things go together, then normally it's a go. If you're responding like, not quite sure, a bit murky, doesn't quite light me up, then it's generally a no. And if your sacral sound is then it's a no, right? So just try, if you do nothing else from this video, just take some time with yourself and just practice that. Even if you're doing it with yourself quietly, with a trusted friend, a trusted family member, a partner, just explain to them, you're a generator. You're here to be awesome, right? And your awesomeness needs to be expressed and aligned with how you make decisions. And how you make decisions is to, number one, is it fun? Number two, am I using my sacral sounds? Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this video was helpful. If you've got any questions, comments, please pop them down below. And I hope to see you very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.